Hi everyone, I'm just going to give a little walkthrough of the Nokia 6300 and why I think it is nearly the perfect dumb phone. So the Nokia 6300 4G has Wi-Fi capability and 4G. I believe it also has 3G capability, but you'd have to check that out. I don't believe it has 5G capability. I started using this phone in May and it was my main phone for about a month. Previous to that, it has also been my phone for camping and for when doing a digital detox. The purpose of me switching over to a dumb phone, much like everyone else, was to reduce my screen time. My screen time on my iPhone was averaging 7-8 hours a day sometimes, which is worrying for me. So I decided to have a go at running the dumb phone as my daily driver. Now for me, I couldn't fully commit to this phone, and I had to have another device with me at home and sometimes out when driving because of the lack of capability of this phone in a few areas, which I will get onto. As a result, it hasn't become my primary device, but I will still be keeping it and using it for detoxes and camping. So I'll get into what I like and dislike about the phone. So I'll start with what I like. The design of it is very nice. It is very light. I don't like the colour. I wish I'd got teal, but it wasn't available to me. It charges by the old, I don't even know the name of those chargers, the old Android type charger, and on the top we've got a headphone jack and the power button. That's it in terms of buttons on the side of the phone. And then we've got the T9 buttons and some regular buttons you'd expect to see in a shortcut key. So going into the phone, what I liked about it was I had YouTube. I'm someone who likes to listen to DJ mixes on YouTube, so this appealed to me. I don't know if I'd recommend watching videos on it as the screen is extremely small. In fact, let me load it up and we'll take a look. I'm not gonna edit this out, I'm just gonna let it run so you can see how slow it is. It does put you off using the phone in this way, which is kind of the point for me. So I would literally just click on it. I do have YouTube Premium, so I won't get any adverts. It does take a while to load. And then if you lock the phone at the top of the screen, it stops playing. So you do have to leave the phone unlocked and playing for YouTube, which wasn't a problem for me. And that is YouTube. And then the other, I might as well go through music while I'm here. The other forms of music I have is I loaded up the SD card with some old music from my iPod. Some interesting music choices. I didn't actually end up listening to music in this way very much because I made use of this Mocha radio, which is basically a online web radio player. And the reason this beat YouTube for me is you could start the radio, and then with this one you can lock the screen and it continues playing. However, if you press play and then try and go onto another app, it will stop. And then the final audio app that I made use of was Pod LP. This is a really good app for listening to podcasts. If you have a memory card in the phone, you can then also download podcasts to the phone, which I recommend doing. When I tried to stream them, I think it did overload the RAM a little bit, so the podcast would crash, but once I downloaded them, they were fine, no problems at all. WhatsApp, I re-downloaded this to show on the video, but I keep getting this error message, and I also can't find it in the store anymore, so I don't know if it's been discontinued on iOS. So if you are thinking of buying this phone, I'd maybe check that out as a problem first of all. But WhatsApp did function. It was very basic. some things when friends or family would message me, they weren't supported, so I couldn't click on them. You could send voice notes, you could voice call. I didn't actually try video calling. I don't know if that would work, but everything else was fine. And if you need that functionality of being able to message through WhatsApp, it's there. There are also some other social media apps available on this phone that I didn't download, and I can't download to demonstrate it because I don't really use them myself. So there's Facebook, Zap for Reddit. I did have that, but I deleted it because I use Reddit on my laptop. And there is TweetFit for Twitter. I don't remember seeing one for Instagram, definitely not TikTok. But to be honest, you wouldn't buy this phone to use TikTok, in my opinion. But yeah, I can't see WhatsApp in the store anymore, so I would just double check if the app's still running on iOS or whether it's been discontinued. So the problem with this phone for me and why it couldn't become my daily driver. Okay, battery's low, I get it. I've never experienced this before. Okay, whatever, we're just going to keep going until it dies. The reason this couldn't become, it's finished. The reason this couldn't become my daily driver phone is for 3 reasons. First of all, you cannot get banking apps on here, and whilst most people can survive without a banking app, I am terribly organised, and on many occasions I left the house and my bank didn't have enough money in my spending account, and I had no way to transfer the funds, so I had to put stuff back in the store, come home, sort the money out and go back out, which was quite embarrassing, tedious and frustrating for me. The second thing for me was WhatsApp. I like to have WhatsApp on my phone, but I connected it to the app on my laptop, which you cannot do if you're running WhatsApp on iOS. So that's just something to think about. And the third and final problem for this for me was maps. So I am someone that relies on sat nav. Apparently I have no internet. The problem with Google Maps for me was that it works and it's great if you're a passenger or if you're walking around somewhere, but if you are the driver and unable to use your phone whilst driving, you cannot navigate whilst in the car because you have to click at every instruction, and it wouldn't automatically update as you approach this roundabout, which is no good when you're driving. So for me, these 3 things meant I had to have another device, whether that was at home or with me. So in the car, I would end up taking my iPhone for maps, which just meant that this device could not be my daily driver, which is sad because I love it in so many other aspects. So that is why the Nokia 6300 4G was nearly a perfect device for me, but didn't quite hit the spot. Oh, I think it's died. Well, I guess that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.